Now working on our cruciate ligaments, this is a really cool picture where you can see both of these ligaments crossing right in the middle of the knee. So we already identified tibial tuberosity, telling us this is the front of the knee. So this ligament that comes out to the front is the anterior cruciate ligament, whereas the one diving to the back is the posterior cruciate ligament. Working on the patella bone, recall this is the kneecap. The base is going to be the flat part on the top. Apex will be the point at the bottom. And then we have two articular facets. So recall a facet is a small flat articular surface. These both are found on the posterior side of the bone, and that's where it's rubbing on the femur where it slides back and forth on that patellar surface and patellar groove. So it causes this part of the bone to be really smooth. They're just named after what side they're on. Medial will be on the inside. Lateral will be on the outside. And an alliteration we'll see a few times in this, and with only one exception, is lateral is larger. So two L's, lateral, larger. But there is an exception to that we'll see in a different chapter. So as we take a look, the flat surface on top is the base. Apex is the point on the bottom. Let's color in these articular facets. So there's one. There's two. So you can see the red one is much larger. That is the lateral articular facet. It goes to the outside. We're looking at the posterior side. So I can now identify this as a right patella bone. Working on the tarsal bones, talus is going to be a bone that has a really smooth part as it articulates with a tibia, and it's going to slide back and forth. Calcaneus is going to be the heel bone, one of the larger ones here. Navicular is going to be just distal to talus, and it gets its name because it looks like a little boat, and we'll see what these bones look like in just a moment. Cuboid, you could probably figure out what that looks like. It's in the shape of a cube. And then we have our three cuneiform bones. So with a foot, you always want to start with the big toe. That's going to tell you the inside or the medial aspect of the foot itself. So this little bone by itself that's on the same side as the big toe, that'll be the medial cuneiform. Intermediate will be in the middle, and then lateral will be closer to the outside. So taking a look, here is that talus bone right here, and you can see this white gray coloration is that smooth part that's going to slide back and forth on the tibia. Calcaneus is going to be the heel bone. Then just distal to talus, moving away, here is navicular, and let's outline it. So here is the navicular bone. So it kind of looks like a half moon almost, like a crescent. That's it right there. Cuboid, block-shaped bone. And then our two cuneiforms are going to be right here with our third one outside. So starting on big toe side, this is medial, so medial cuneiform, intermediate cuneiform, and then the one that's out here on the outside is the lateral cuneiform. The metatarsals are going to be these long, slender bones in the middle of the foot. They're numbered just using Roman numerals, medial to lateral. So number 1's the big toe metatarsal. 5 will be the pinky toe. And then we have our group of phalanges up here, which are the toe bones. The big toe only has 2 phalanges, while the rest of the toes will have 3. Also, these 2 phalanges put together, the distal and proximal, these are called the hallux, which means big toe. And so that's what these terms are right here. Metatarsals we just did, phalanges we just did, and hallux we also just did on the last picture. And that will complete bones for chapter 4.